go. Here we go. What are we doing?
It's rings.
Double seal. Hey, those are the guys we visited them, didn't we?
That was where the show was last week.
We went to a show. Drove.
What ring gap do we need?
We started at 3 in the morning. Got there at 9 something.
Got home about 8.
And we got home at 9. Well, I got home at 9.
Yeah, 8,
So
9, somewhere in that area.
It's an 18-hour day, which was fine, but it was pretty cool.
So what number are we using? You're supposed to read it.
Street strip circle, gas, E85, bore times 0.045. Second ring, 4.5, oil rail, 0.05, 0.1015. So 45, 45, and 15. Now, if you're using nitrous at 150 horsepower, you're going to go up to 55, 55, 15.
How much ring gap, Fred?
45.
45 what?
Need these things?
Nope.
No, not yet.
We're waiting for Fred to figure out how much ring gap we need.
15.
Is 0 enough? Ooh, that's great. Appears that we have 0.
Yeah.
Why do you get the dull light in there? I turn off the good light. I can put the good light on out here and go. I can zoom in like that. It's not so bad. It appears that we have no clearance because they didn't have standard rings. They only had one standard ring, not 2. So what's the ring gap going to be over there, Fred?
I said 0.0045.
No, you said 45. You didn't say 4.5. What's the difference between 4.5 and 45?
A lot.
You didn't clean that very well there either. Okay, so how much were you putting the ring gap in there, Fred?
It appears that if you're running a street strip circle, gas, top ring is bore times point. The bore times 0.0045.
See,
So
that
it's the
one
bore.
is a standard
Huh.
ring. See, there's a gap in there. This is a 5 over ring that does not have a gap. So how much? What was the number, Fred? I need to know what number we're going to
Well,
use.
hang on a second. I got to get the calculator. Where's the calculator?
You don't need a calculator. Tell me how much ring gap you want.
No, it says bore times 0.0045.
Well, the first problem is what bore is it?
Really?
Yes.
4.
4. Okay. So what clearance did you want?
What clearance?
We don't have this much. He's giving his phone out there. That's cheating.
I'm cheating.
This is normally the clearance I use right here. This is my appropriate clearance for a Harley.
Oh, but I'm going to do it right.
It doesn't fit.
Is it a 4-inch bore?
It's a 4-inch bore.
4 times 0.0045 equals.
It appears that this is 18,000.
18,000.
This is the size I
Did
use.
we come up with the same conclusion?
I usually use this one right here.
18,000.
No.
That would be the green. That would be
What was the size of this feeler gauge I pulled out before you got your calculator out? It's 18,000.
You might have taken all the.
It's 18. See, it says 8 on it. It's 18,000.
Well, I came up with 18.
So we have 18,000 with a gauge.
I came up with 18.
And we have 18,000 with my stick. And we have negative clearance on this one, and we have not quite 18 on this one. So
you can do a
it
little
appears
sanding?
that the standard ring is not standard, it's filed to fit. And the one that's 5 over is definitely a file to fit.
Okay.
Assuming these are the same size bore. So how are we going to do these?
One at a time.
And how'd you come up with 18,000s? Obviously you couldn't count that high.
Top compression ring gap must be 10,000 to 20,000. Second one must be 14 to 24.
See, that's coming out of that.
Hey!
That's coming out of that book way down there.
Hey! Shut up.
10,000 to 20,000 Harley's numbers. They're way the hell off. Yeah. All right. Well, either way, if you take 4,000s and you multiply by 4 inches, you get how much? 16. And if you get a couple extra halves in there, it's 18. So anything from 15 to 20 would be fine, unless you're doing a high performance application. Now these are aluminum cylinders, so they grow like crazy. So you can actually put them in tighter than that because they run away from the ring as it warms up.
Run away?
Run away. What number did you get there,
I
Fred?
got 398, but I didn't do a very good measurement.
I'm surprised you were that close.
Oh, come on, man. You don't trust me?
Here, let's pull back. So we can see.
399.45.
Show us the proper way of measuring that, Fred.
Really?
Yes.
Thank you. See my safety shoes? Well, we're supposed to do it from the top. This is the bottom.
There's our safety shoe right there. Yeah.
This is general. Give us a damn. Put us in the ballpark.
Ballpark. That's why we're using a caliper instead of a yardstick.
On the
Yeah.
expander ring?
Putting it in the ballpark.
That would be the oil ring.
398.
398.
We're gonna round up to 4.
You're gonna
It's gonna expand.
We're gonna round up 4. It's gonna expand above 4. Great.
It's like the Navy. They round up, like $100 million.
What happened to
We'll
my
round
ring?
up $1 million.
How come my ring disappeared?
We'll round up $1
Fred
million
was,
or
Fred
so.
was hiding my ring. Here, Fred. Here.
We hold up the camera.
Here, you're supposed to do this over here.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
Let me do the first one because you're gonna screw it all up.
Oh, that one's.
Don't mix up the top in a second.
Now we don't have the fancy toggle switch or
No, I did not buy
rocker
the
switch.
$1,200 electric one. I did not buy.
by the electrics.
Okay,
Turn
now.
it on.
If you look at this from the top view, see as you bring these in, see how you can change this around here a little bit? You can twist it.
You don't want to do that.
So you can also go up and down like this, which is bad. So what I do is I push down against the flat plate here. Then you squeeze in against these dowel pins here, and you get it where it's relatively close. Then you move your hand, your palm back here. Fred, pull back.
Pull them back here.
You pull it. See how you go back and forth? See how
Okay.
it changes the ring gap here?
Yep.
Everybody says you're a shitty cameraman because you get too close.
That's why I got my arm up here.
Yeah, now I can't
My
see.
crappy cameraman.
Okay, now you don't want to put too much pressure on the cutting surface, and then you just go like
Can
that.
I come down now?
Yes, you can.
'Cause he's cutting, but he's cutting with just 2 fingers.
And
he
see
is-
now, see how it was an even cut?
That was an even cut.
Now we didn't take the burr off here. There's a burr. Now we don't have the tumbler like they had at Total Seal for 3 minutes. They said, right?
Tumbler.
With liquid in it. We didn't have that.
No, what do we got?
We're going to have to do just this way. We're just going to put it here and measure it. Okay, it appears now that we are almost at 0. The ring still will not go in all the way, but it is closer to 0 than what it was. And see how it's even marked right here, 4.005 ring. It's got TS too. Does that mean Total Seal?
No, I don't know. Probably right. It's like fingernails on a chalkboard.
Pushing a little harder that time. Now this is a diamond coated.
Diamond coated. Where are we at now?
We are at, oh my God, it's a 1/4 inch.
I'm up here.
Okay, now you take the piston, instead of a fancy squaring tool, we use the piston as a squaring tool.
It's squared.
How much clearance do we have there,
I
Frank?
think we're back still at 0.
No, we're not at 0, but we don't have much more than 0.
Okay.
Where's the other top ring at? Top ring is a molly coat, second is not.
That's
Okay,
not.
so this one here has a lot of room for air. So we're going to let Fred Jr. right here do it.
Do I have a lot of room for air?
I'll even flip the camera back over. Okay, now
Okay.
we've got to make sure Fred does this right.
So I'm pulling it in, and I'm pushing down.
What hand are you going to use to turn the crank on this side?
I think I'm gonna. Well, get over on that. You're my damn.
Yeah, it's my fault.
It's his fault. It's his way. May the force be with you.
Yeah, I'll give you some force here in a minute.
Okay, so I got it sitting on the plate going this way.
That's a good sign.
I got it against the post.
Yeah. You have to push in to collapse it.
I'm gonna collapse it to
Then you
get.
have to rotate it. The only problem, you need to put your fingers so you hold it down good. So, then you got to turn the crank.
So you got to simultaneously collapse it, squeeze
Yes, you're
it.
doing 4 things at once. Yes.
Really?
Yes. Not counting the cranking. And that's a variable speed crank handle, I can hear. Now the harder you push in, the more it cuts. Okay, now pull it out, let's see how bad it is. So, is the ring shiny all the way around, or is it a dull spot and a shiny spot?
I think it's. Ooh, got a slight dull spot.
That means you were not holding it square.
That side square. This side square.
Well, then only one side screwed up then. That's why we gave you a ring that we have a lot of material in it. We have to take about 30 thou off this ring.
I'm trying to make sure they match up. Look here, you got light over here and no light over there.
Let me get this better light here, Fred.
Okay, how about that?
Yeah, I just missed it. Alright.
All right.
We're going to get the
We're gonna
tripod
do this
going
on
here.
this, and this one or the same one?
It doesn't matter. They both need to be checked. Why are you trying to break the ring? That's not how you assemble a ring into a motor. See, Fred is twisting the ring already. See what that does to that ring? It screws it all up, and then you're going to have to go to Total Seal and spend another $100 for another one. So let's not do that. Now you take the ring, you squeeze it together and push down at the same time. Then you push the opening down like that with a little pressure. Then you come over and take your piston and you lightly square it up. See, it's not square right now. You push that down, you square it up, and you pull it out evenly. And then you look at your ring.
It's still tight.
Then you go, oh, there's no gap. And then you go, where's the gap at? I lost it.
Right there.
Yeah, but I can't see that in the camera.
You can see some light through it with the camera.
No, I got too much light going on.
No, I got some light going on the back side.
Let me get some light over here.
No, when you hold it straight down.
Oh, you hold it like that?
Like the Total Seal, what was it they said?
Light tight,
Light tight, except for that gap.
except for that gap.
Okay.
Okay, now to pull it out, if you put the ring over center, you can go 180 over and pull it up. If this is still tight, you pick it up from this side equally. Then you squeeze it together with your hand and lift it out of the ring. So that way you don't go up. See how I'm not rubbing on the cylinder? Otherwise, you put big scrapes right the whole cylinder.
Thank you, Sean. So we're back to
you screwing or cutting the ring.
cutting the ring. Two
Here,
fingers.
Let me get on top so you can see the light, because you need light around here.
2 fingers squeezing.
Squeezing. And you rotate your palm back and forth. All right.
Hey Joe, you're missing all the fun.
On the way?
You're missing.
Now wipe off the grit with your fingers. I saw you doing that, and behind your butt. That was good. There you go. That way we don't put grit into our clean cylinders.
So we're going to go push in,
Rotate.
take the piston, square up. Oop, I probably pushed it too far down.
Whatever.
It's square. You pull it out. We have a slight gap, but not much.
Slight gap. Slight gap's better than no gap. How much is a slight gap? Less than what we want.
Not gonna fit yet.
Okay, so that means you pull it out.
Squeeze it again. Take it back over.
And you do it again. Now once you just hog it the hell out of it and let's see what you get next time.
Hog the hell out of it?
Well sure, it doesn't matter if you get 50 out, does it? Does it matter if you got 50 pounds?
Yes, it does.
Oh, okay, then
We
you
only
better stop hogging.
We want 18. Why are you doing this to me, man? I don't need this stress.
Okay.
I've already had a long day.
If you put 30 thou ring gap, it's going to be your fault.
Squeeze, swing, square.
I went to order them special compression tools and he didn't have them yet. He went on vacation until next week because he was tired from all the shows he was doing.
Oh, we have a gap
It
now.
appears that Fred cut way too much material.
No, look at that. Got a gap.
See? Look at that.
Perfect.
Fred was hogging that thing out and he took out at least 3 thou more than it needed to be. Joe, he made it too big.
Oh no. Already?
We're going to have to call this a top field dragster now so the ring gap will be correct. Where was the spec for top field dragsters?
Big.
Okay, then we're good.
It's fine.
No, you don't pull up from that side, you
big
pull up
is
from
it?
this side. Yeah, look at that. Then you can pull it out.
Perfect.
Okay, that one, don't do no more on that one. Okay, now you can do this one. Is that the second or top?
It's got Molly on it, right?
Yep, that's top. Okay, let's go over and do it. We already did that one, Fred. Let's go. Let's go.
We're gonna cut some more on it?
Yes, we're going to cut some more. This time don't screw this one up.
Oh, like I screwed the other one up?
You did. I saw you do it. You were hogging it out like crazy, like there's just no tomorrow. You didn't care. Okay, better go check that. Make sure it's correct. In the meantime, I can go over here and get the deburring tool. That'd be a honing stone right here. These rings are in the way.
Still no gap.
No gap?
No gap.
There was a gap before. How can there be no gap now?
There's very little gap.
Very little gap, okay. There's a difference between no gap and little gap. So that means if you get carried away again, you cut too much, you make it equal? Now how do you know if you're not holding the ring square?
You can feel it.
Nope.
How do you know?
When you put it in the cylinder and you look at the ring gap, it's not perpendicular. That means you're cutting at an angle. And if it's V-shaped, that means you didn't cut square. You didn't square your tool up either. So you gotta look at your ring gap. The ring gap should be a nice square, even gap. Nothing stupid, weird looking. Look at that one. Big gap. What do you got now?
Well, I don't have enough.
You don't have enough yet? You sure?
Go, no go, and no go yet.
No goey? So no goey means you gotta hone it some more? Grind, grind, grind?
This is almost like cutting holes for your
Like cutting your toenails? These are like cutting your toenails?
You know, cutting. Well, I could probably. I could probably use that too. I'm talking about my toes, man. I got some good-looking toes.
Somebody made some comments about your toe jam.
I got toe jam. I got some serious toe jam. I got some serious toe issues. Quit talking. You're making me laugh. I'm moving the damn ring.
Does that affect Joe? You screwed up your rings. Don't worry, they're not that expensive.
Can you buy just the top ring?
Well, Harley wanted, how much is that?
$260 per piston or something like that.
That's, yeah, but they only want 125 for a ring set, wasn't it?
$119, but they won't sell them without pistons anymore.
It was 119 per piston for rings.
I'm getting close.
And then now they won't sell it that way, so you have to pay $260 per cylinder for rings and piston.
I'm getting close though.
Okay, you're getting close. So I went over to Total Seal and I ordered what I wanted, and we got the whole set for $125 plus some shipping.
Well, I think you used your.
And if we waited 3 more days, we could have just picked them up when we were there. Because I got them the day we left.
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay, we're pushing this in.
You got to do it square this time, not screw it all up. Sounds like it's really hogging it too. You're really pushing hard on that thing.
God.
You know, we get charged by the hour, not by the week over here. Joe, can you afford Fred? He's getting kind of expensive over here.
I had too much, maybe paid him too much last time.
You paid him too much?
I don't know. I think he just bought me 2 bottles of vodka, so I can't really say he's really out of pocket very much. You know, we're getting close though. Look, it's starting though.
It's starting to go in. It's tight.
It's getting. In.
So it's not light tight, but it's gauge tight. All right.
If we were doing a no-go before after, it would go.
You're half a go. We're at half a go. So that means you need about 2 turns then, right? Or 1 turn. How much was that?
It was Fred turn.
That was a Fred turn. So that was a turn and a half.
Fred turn. That's Fred thinking he got this shit squared away. Excuse me, got this stuff squared away.
Yeah, you're in the Navy. That's how they talk over there. Everything said about sailors is true.
Everything?
Must be.
Moved.
Oh, Fred screwed that up. Look
I
at
didn't
that.
screw that up.
I saw you do
I
it.
see. I got it squared away.
Yeah, looks square. Where's that ring go?
Still not there.
It's still not a go?
No,
It's still a no-go? It's still a no Fred?
it's not Fred.
It's a no Fred?
No luck. No luck.
Look at that dog. Look at Scooby.
Scooby.
There we go.
Old dumbass dog. Living the life of Riley. Okay, so press down, make it square. Of course, it would be nice if I had light on this side too.
Oh, okay. Excuse me. Let's put some light on this side for Fred.
Then come back this way. Oh, now I can see.
Turn to the third, huh?
Now I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, we gotta be close.
I don't know.
I think that's it.
I can't even see a gap. Where you at? Oh, it's way in the corner over there. I can't see. Not quite.
If I push real hard, it'll go in.
Yeah, but that means you're not the same size it should be.
Damn it, Jim! I need more. I need more power. Well, no, why don't we just shave one side instead of both sides
It's
simultaneously?
easier to do them both together than try to do something stupid and fancy.
Okay, stand straight up. You see how it's going like that? I'm going to square it like that.
That'll turn. Oh, too late. Those third turns aren't getting. You got to go at least a couple.
You don't know how much pressure I was putting in.
I can
do you?
hear. I'm not blind. I'm not deaf. I'm blind and deaf. Around here.
Blind in one eye, can't see out of the other.
Around here, we're blind, deaf, and stupid all at the same time. So
All right,
we prove that every day.
without a doubt. Hang on.
Oh, you broke my scale.
The scale's not quite.
Oh, they're getting the feeler gauge out.
And it goes in.
All the way to the wall. Not just tight on the very beginning. Wasn't tapered a little bit. Looks like it was tapered to me. The ring moved.
Relax.
That means you're too close. See, right to the cylinder.
gonna
It's
put-
tight.
I'm going to put.
Tapered. You're tapered cutting it slightly. So, okay, so you're going to have to give it at least another a turn. You've been giving it turns for a while now. Remember,
You
the
know,
other one's really loose, so you can probably go a couple turns and not really worry about it. Oh, there you go.
Scooby, your old man just gives me so much shit. I don't even know why I come around here.
Comic relief. If they saw me screwing up all day, they wouldn't believe anything we did around here.
I think once you clean the edges, this one's going to be good to go. But
You mean it's tight? What you're saying is not right yet. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying every time I...
If it keeps moving, that means you're too damn tight. So once you go cut the damn thing, quit screwing around.
We're good. Big cut. Here we go.
If you keep doing it over and over and over, you're not removing metal. You need to remove some metal. Want you a little bit more wheel speed this time. There you go. Yeah, that sounds like you did something. Get a different noise going there. You're gonna wear that cylinder out.
Oh,
The rings are gonna be broken in before you even start it. There's some seals. Where'd those come from?
And the intake and the,
But you notice those aren't the same ones I use. Those are the cheapy ones.
yeah.
So how much too loose is it now?
look. It's against the wall. It's going in and out. It's not moving the piston, the ring. That's key there. Oh, look at that.
Yep. Otherwise known as he's got that thing way too damn big.
How can that be?
Because you don't know how to do it. You're way too big. I'm gonna blow this back. See, you rely on Fred to do it, and he makes them too big.
I'll go to bed.
You can do that too. See, this one's too big too, so it's equally big. See, Fred screwed up equally.
There you go.
See, that one's this loose. See how much loose I got? I got that much clearance.
Clearance, clearance.
Now this one here.
Wasn't there a range of 15 to 15
No,
to
it's
20?
supposed to be perfect.
Isn't there a range of 15 to 20 and we're at 18? That gives you a go, no go of 2.
Now look how much this one moves, see? It's about the same.
About the same. Look, that's perfect.
So he's perfectly equally screwed up on both of them.
Thank you.
Good job, Fred.
I'm perfectly.
Okay, now let's try the second ring.
What's the second ring? The second ring's the same difference.
It has clearance when you go in, but it needs more. So this is one and that's two over there. Now this time don't screw them up so bad.
Well, am I moving them a lot or a little?
Now depending on what theory you go by, you can even run the second ring tighter or looser than top ring.
What theory? Joe, what theory are we using?
Whatever one he wants to use.
Like most things, tight is bad, loose is good.
We're obviously not talking about things important to. There are things tight is good.
We're not talking about Hillary's girlfriend. Let's go.
No, still too tight.
I can't see.
No, it's too tight.
It's too tight. Okay. That means you gotta cut some more, Fred.
I think so, but I think I'm not going to mess around with.
You're starting to figure out how to use the tool now? You notice how this is not even on the top of the table there yet. It's up in the air. Because you're not pushing down enough. Huge gap.
Good gap.
Did it go through?
No. No, it did.
No, it did.
Oh, look at that.
What about this one? This is the official one here.
Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. Square it back up again.
There it is, good.
And it's got.
The official gapping tool. See, this has a rock back and forth movement.
It's
It's slightly looser than the top ring. So Fred's going with a theory that the second ring is slightly looser than the top ring.
Perfect.
That's his theory. Perfect. Okay, let's go with that one.
Can I see how
No, it's near zero.
near?
The same amount you cut off the other one, do on this one.
Okay. Can you put it where I get light on both sides, where it's not shady on the one side?
The whole deal is shady around here.
Yeah, we got that. Guy showing up with a broken transmission, like, I think I'll just buy a new transmission and throw it in there. Like, yeah, good luck with that one. Ooh. Oh, no, I'll test it with the official.
You gotta re-square it.
I do. Not quite. Need some more gap there. Getting close.
Are these oil rings air, was it light tight? Is that what they're using?
Light, tight.
Light tight. Light tight means you take it and you put it up to the light, like this, way over here. And if you don't see no light past that ring,
It's light, tight.
which we have lots of light gap right there. Look at that light gap right there.
Must be the way you honed it.
This ring does not. This ring is not light tight,
What are you talking about?
and that's brand new out of the box.
What are you talking about?
It's not light tight. That is a defective ring.
We ought to send it back.
Send it back. Get a new one.
Excuse me.
Fred's a pig.
I'm a pig.
It's a good thing it's an oil ring. We're just putting an expander behind it. That thing right there. It'll shove it out against the cylinder.
I don't know if they said that they said the regular pistons are.
See, this one appears to have a pretty good sized gap in this one, Fred.
We're good there.
What do you got? What do you got? Yeah, but it's not all the way in the hole.
It was a second ago.
There. Well, that's loose as a goose.
Exactly what he
Like
wanted.
his girlfriend. Look at that, loose as a goose. There you go.
This one we pull this way,
Okay, this one here appears to have a gap of about that much.
so we don't need to cut that one.
You didn't look up the O-ring dimension. Look at that gap in that thing. That's
It's 15.
I'm gonna blow that thing up so you. I'm gonna.
It's 15. I just had it. Where is it?
Look at that. That's got so much gap in there.
Where is it? I just had the dang
That is goop, 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 goop.
recommendation.
Recommendation. I don't know. We got all kinds of
it's
instruction
right here.
sheets right here.
It's right here.
Here's one right here. No, that one over there is for something else, Fred. That's different instructions.
Oil rail 0.015.
0.15 what? 15th thou per inch? That'd be 60,000.
See, this one doesn't even do bore. This one says minimum. Look, no freaking math there. That's it.
What?
That's it.
That's it what?
0.015.
Minimum. Minimum.
Anything over that, you're good to go
You know why?
because it doesn't do anything.
Because it's oil cooled.
Right. It's just moving on, making sure the oil does what it's supposed to do.
That's why I don't even check them very hard at all.
We didn't.
Oh,
Close
this
enough.
one's not working. This one won't square up.
Why- Damn, squared away. Get squared away, sailor.
Fred was looking at me, that's why I wasn't getting square. It appears it has a gap in that one too.
There you go.
Alright, we're good to go on that.
All right, I'm ready to put it together.
That only took an hour and a half to do. How long is this video must be at least an hour by now.
Turn it off. Take a break.
Take a break, turn it off, start over. But we got more work to do. We got camshafts to put in, we got an oil pump over here. We got some fancy ass patent pending dual tensioner things.
Well, I
And we didn't even deburr the rings yet.
got something calling me about
Here,
bedtime.
you didn't deburr the rings yet.
Oh, look at that.
See, Fred wants to go home.
Hey, I got that home thing we got from.
You left out the whole important thing. I got my own, see. What I do is I push right where the ring gap. Yes.
Sorry.
You go like that.
Plus me.
Then you flip it over and do it again like that.
What about the end?
And
What
look at
about
that. It's
outside
now
the ring?
it's now deburred.
What about down here?
Where? Out here?
Yeah.
There's no burr there.
Sure about that?
Yep.
Okay.
Might be a burr on the inside, but not there. Now, if you want to get really fast, you can go in there. You can take the stone like this and go like a little bit like that, and a little bit like that. I don't waste my time.
Okay. Good. You keep going.
You know why I care about the ones on the side here?
Because.
Because that's the one that locks it up in the bore here.
Oh yeah. You don't want no burr locking that burr. Burr.
That is the most important part. It
It
has
is.
to be sealed.
You don't need no burr.
Look at that. Somebody was pushing too hard there.
That would be you, right?
You know, so I cleaned off with a nice clean hand.
It appears that your right side finger is pressing more than your left side finger.
That's because my shoulders aren't straight.
What? See that your flipping fingers putting more pressure than the other one. All right,
Yeah.
we're good.
I can
What's
even do
next?
it with my left hand too. Look at this.
That's that. You weren't very smooth with that. Harry Barden got so bored with beating people
Look at that.
right-handed that he went left-handed.
There you go.
He still kicked everybody's butt.
All right, now the rings are ready to be installed on the pistons. We've got to clean our bench off. Okay, that's it for this hour. We'll be back.